Hi, welcome to my series on life review and reminiscence in occupational therapy. My name is Andrea Garza, and today we'll be exploring the basics of dementia, the role occupational therapists play in supporting individuals with this condition, and understanding how cognitive levels can guide effective therapy interventions. By the end of this series, you should feel more informed on reminiscence therapy and life review therapy, Allen's cognitive disabilities model, and how to adapt interventions and strategies at different ACDM levels in people with dementia. Dementia is not a specific disease, but rather a syndrome that results in progressive decline in cognitive functions, like memory, decision-making, and language. Dementia is considered the umbrella term for the various categories that fall under the term. For example, Alzheimer's, vascular dementia, and Lewy body dementia. This condition impacts the ability to perform everyday tasks and manage independent living. Alzheimer's disease is the most common form of dementia, but other types such as vascular dementia and Lewy body dementia also affect millions worldwide. As dementia progresses, individuals may experience changes in their memory, confusion, and difficulty communicating. These symptoms affect not only the individual, but also their families and caregivers. This is where occupational therapy plays a key role. For those of you who are not familiar with occupational therapy, let me give you a quick rundown. As occupational therapists, we work with people to help them maintain their independence and participate in meaningful everyday activities. By focusing on both cognitive and physical functions, we help people live more fulfilling lives despite the challenges dementia may bring. We assess each individual's ability to understand how dementia is impacting their daily life. From there, we can then create personalized intervention plans addressing not only their physical needs, but also supporting their cognitive and emotional well-being. As occupational therapists, we can also provide invaluable support to caregivers, offering education and training on how to manage daily care tasks, reduce stress, and create a supportive environment. Dementia can impact a person's ability to perform daily activities, also known as occupational performance. From dressing and eating to managing communication, individuals with dementia often need tailored strategies to maintain as much independence as possible. Occupational therapists use evidence-based strategies to support these everyday activities, such as simplifying tasks, modifying the environment, or introducing sensory activities that help engage the individual. For example, by simplifying dressing routines and reducing distractions, therapists can help individuals with moderate dementia regain confidence in their daily ability to care for themselves. To effectively address the needs of individuals with dementia, occupational therapists often rely on the ACDM, or Allen's Cognitive Disabilities Model. This model breaks down cognition into 6 levels, ranging from the most basic automatic actions to complex planned actions. The ACDM helps us determine a person's cognitive level and design interventions that meet them where they're at. For example, at lower levels, we may focus on basic self-care tasks like brushing our hair or getting dressed. While at higher levels, we can support more complex activities like preparing meals or managing medications. Since dementia manifests on a spectrum and individuals with this disease exhibit varying levels of cognitive and behavioral symptoms, It is essential that OT practitioners understand the different levels of ACDM and have a diverse array of intervention strategies tailored to these levels. By understanding where a client falls within these levels, we can then design activities like reminiscence and life review therapy, which I will get into in my next video, that are appropriate for their cognitive disabilities. Now, let's take a brief dive into the lower cognitive levels, specifically levels 1 to 3. At these stages, individuals may have very limited verbal abilities and rely more on basic sensory input. For clients at these levels, reminiscence therapy should focus more on simple sensory-rich activities. For example, instead of relying on conversation, try using tactile or auditory cues. You might use familiar objects such as a favorite blanket or a favorite piece of jewelry, or you might even play some of their favorite music from the past. These sensory stimuli can trigger emotional responses and help the person feel even more connected, even if they can't verbally express it. Now, for individuals at a level 4, also known as goal-directed activity, they are able to engage more actively but still require simple, structured tasks. Reminiscence therapy can become more conversational, though you'll want to keep the questions more straightforward. A good strategy at this level is to use familiar photos and ask simple questions, like, can you tell me who this is? Or do you remember this place? You might also ask about their favorite activities from their past, like cooking or gardening. The key here really is to keep things simple and not overwhelm them with too much detail, but rather have them guide the conversation. At the higher cognitive levels, levels 5 and 6, clients have more cognitive flexibility and can engage in more complex conversations. So here, life review therapy is especially effective. You can guide clients through key life events, allowing them to reflect on both positive and challenging experiences. For clients at these levels, you can use a life review approach where they reflect on different stages of their life. This might include creating a timeline of important events or discussing both successes and difficulties they've faced throughout their life. You can even collaborate on a legacy project like creating a memory book or recording a video message for family members. And this would make the session more inviting, more exciting, and you can even incorporate loved ones and caregivers. So in this video, we've touched on the basics of dementia, the role of occupational therapy, and how the Allen's cognitive disability model guides therapy intervention. In the upcoming videos, we'll take a deeper dive into specific therapeutic techniques, including reminiscence and life review therapy that were briefly touched in this video, and practical strategies to adapt interventions to each cognitive level. I hope you'll continue with me on this journey to learn how occupational therapy can make a difference in the lives of people with dementia.